Welcome to the Cool Fireman Podcast, a virtual firehouse kitchen table with Matt, Adam, Brian, Doug, and Freddie, where they discuss everything that matters in today's fire service. Now let's get to the show.
Send dirt. My vacuum is named Dirty Harry. Say, hey Google, send Dirty Harry home. And we used to have the little robotic mop thing too, and we named that Mr. Clean.
Mine's over there making all kinds of noises. I have no idea what it is. The only time I ever use it is when my wife's not here.
Oh, Kenny's got plenty of ice. Sound like a gosh darn parade.
Baby.
All right. Should we get
We
this
need more
first?
cowbell.
Hey, I need to address this early on because I have gotten several text messages and private messages about what I said on the end of the last podcast.
Oh.
I have prepped my hair for said dying by the softball team. Okay. I sent them that picture a little while ago, and I immediately got back. Can we dye your mustache too? I was
Yes.
like, y'all are pushing it,
Yes.
but it means I'll have to shave it before I go back to work. So, but for the
you already
sake
shaved
of
your head. What's the point of them dyeing your hair if you don't have any hair?
but for the sake of them having a good time, I'm gonna let them do it.
I love it.
But why
As
don't
long
you
as
shave
it
your
doesn't
head
turn
before?
my face red. If it turns my skin red, we got a problem.
Dude, a
It'll
deal
be over with, so it doesn't matter.
a deal is a deal, Doug. You're not going to just let them do it.
The deal was for my hair.
Oh, but you're going to let them do your mustache.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Welcome back to the Cool Farm Podcast. Everybody's here. Adam, Matt, Brian, and Doug. Freddie is still suffering from a coreless life.
Low core.
He's a low core. He's low key.
He's 3/4 of the way on his can collection for cores.
If
There you
anybody would like to donate, like if you have a laptop that has 4 cores, it just needs 4 cores. That's all he fucking needs. Sorry, Rhett. That's all. What is
Send
going
him
on
all
here?
your aluminum cans so he can recycle.
Do you or
He's
loved ones
Michigan. I think he
suffer
gets
from
glass.
low core syndrome? For 35 cents a day, you can support a loved one with low core.
Oh no, Sarah McLachlan again, twice.
Oh God.
Back to
I watched
back.
that clip.
2
I just watched
episodes in
that
a
clip
row.
like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. All right. Topic of the day. So a comment from Squawk, and that comment was, can you please make an episode about fire department hobbies, free time activities? Are there certain hobbies that are unacceptable or activities that are not appropriate? I've been listening to the podcast for the last 3 months and start my department in less than 2 weeks. Congratulations, Squawk. So that was 16 days ago, so you're about to start. I'm looking to get into some new hobbies, activities in the future after my probation period is over to keep me occupied during town time. I have a lot to say about that, and I'm sure these guys do too. But before that, let's get some housekeeping in.
Folks, it's time for housekeeping.
All right, housekeeping. Here we go. You got all of us today. Patreon is up. Doug probably didn't even look at it. Did you, Doug? Maybe.
We had 3 join today.
Sorry,
Like in the last
I was
12
on
hours.
mute with my new microphone.
Okay.
We got to remember Big Daddy Hayes joined.
Big
Big
Daddy.
Big
Papa
Daddy.
Pump.
What Big Papa? Big Papa.
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy Papa is
so
on the Patreon.
We had we did Squawk. So Ronnie joined today.
Yeah, Big Daddy.
Wait, who?
Gary. Ronnie.
Ronnie Hayes.
The Ronnie Big Daddy.
The Big Daddy Ronnie Hayes.
Okay.
And Gary, I'm going to say this is Hebert, Hebert, like the old quarterback, Hebert.
Or
It
the
could be
goalie
Hebert.
from the old goalie, Hebert.
yeah.
Guy
Or-
Hebert from
Yeah,
the-
I'm
the Ducks.
gonna assume it's Hebert. But we also had a freak 2 days ago, Kim.
Kim. Thank you, Kim.
Give us
Thank
$2, Kim. Jesus.
Don't be-
Ronnie, thank you, you tightwad.
Oh, shoot. We have to do Patreon perks today, folks. Patreon perks.
Let's do it.
We have to do it, and I need to get this together. So
So I'll take the other ones while you add some names. Can I do that? Can I help you out here?
yes, whatever you need to do.
Well, I mean, it's what I need to do to help you. So I'm here for you. So Adam,
That's me.
Unkie Seasoning. You sent some packages out. People are sampling. Tell us about that.
Oh, yeah. I just happen to have a card right here. We're doing sample flavors, so a lot of everybody does an order with us. We're sending out a sample bottle with its ingredients. Got a QR code you scan and answer a couple questions about it, what you like about it. More salt, less salt, this, that, other thing. Critique it. All right. So I'm putting it out to everybody, to the Unkie Season community. Help me create the next big flavor. All right. From naming it to telling it more salt, less salt, the flavor. It sucks. It's good. You let me know. So every time somebody orders, we're going to send 1 or 2 of those bottles out there with every package for the next couple months.
So we may have got it wrong. Prove us wrong, or correct us, I should say. Correct us. Are they going to have a name and helping name it, or have you already got the name picked out and you just want it refined?
There's a section in the QR takes you to Google Docs, and I'll just ask you what your suggestion is.
Okay.
So
I thought
a lot of the cards, see if I can find one. It's just, as y'all know personally, it's been a hectic day.
Yeah.
But when the inserts, we'll put in there where I think it would be good. Like, this is like more of a steak seasonings, but please try it on anything and everything. So I'll say a little something sometimes about certain recipes to give you an idea. One of the ones we sent out was seasoning number 2. It's like it's a dill on the dill side of it. And Kimball sent me a text message. He's like, "Hey, call it the dill." I forgot to add it into the questionnaire. Call it the Dill Express. So I was like, all right. I was like, I'll add it to the notes and everything. So just add your suggestions. Maybe get picked. See how it goes,
Hopefully, folks, because this will drop after the 4th of July, hopefully, folks had a flavorful 4th. So with that, let's roll the Unkie's promo.
From the Firehouse to your house, Unkie's Seasoning packs bold, Firehouse-tested flavor into every meal. Whether you're grilling, roasting, or just sprinkling it on your favorite snacks, our blends turn everyday eats into unforgettable bites. Pick your flavor, shake it on, and taste why it's Firehouse approved. Go to unkieseasoning.com.
Yeah.
There we go.
Cool,
That's
you.
what's up. All right, Matt, you want to take over again?
Yeah, let's just do since we're in what?
We're going to share pictures on Patreon of my ridiculousness from the past weekend, about it's the upcoming weekend, but by the time this drops, it'll be the previous weekend for the July 4th. I've got some red, white, and blue overall shorts. I've got this big-ass chain with our logo on it made out of 3D printed plastic. I'm dyeing my hair. I'm dyeing probably my mustache. I'm going to have a ridiculous hat on. It's going to be great. I bought an eagle head, one of them freaking eagle masks off of TikTok shop.
That's going to be so hot.
And I was like, it's going to be so hot. But the problem with that is my dogs found it, and they ripped one of the eyes off and put a hole in it. And I don't know if I threw it away or not. But if I didn't, I'm going to keep it.
You don't remember.
Air conditioning.
That's how do you not remember if you threw it away?
I don't remember if I threw it away or not.
That's
how long ago did you buy it?
Months.
Okay.
So we are so discombobulated. We started doing Patreon, then we jumped to sponsors, and then Doug's got to tell us, one of his dementia stories.
We were done with this, and I was like, and Brian was going to say, this is dropping after the 4th, and I just wanted everybody to know that we're going to drop all those pictures.
He can't forget.
All right, perfect. Well, let's just get to the burn box real quick. I got mine yesterday. I was able to open it. It's got a flashlight and a helmet strap right in time, because my helmet strap is like literally ready to snap.
You want to know what's in
perfect. Yeah, I'm telling you right now.
Oh, I'm going
to
show you.
And you get a belt with an American flag on it. It's freaking badass. There's the light.
Nightstick and a helmet band.
It is.
Helmet
Love
band.
The belt.
I bought one of these from.
Oh, that's right. You did from FDIC.
Billy.
From
Billy. I bought a JV tool on my last day at FDIC because I knew I wanted one, and I had no idea they were coming in the burn box.
Right.
So that's a great tool, and the belt that we were doing at the at FDIC as well.
That groove belt is amazing.
Sir,
I've had one.
It's not groove because that's trademarked.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
However,
that style of belt is amazing.
that's what I told people at FDIC. I said, I'm not going to tell you it's not a groove belt. I'm going to tell you it ain't got the groove name on it.
Right.
But that thing is legit. I love
And
it. I wear it every day.
This is my favorite sticker.
Yes.
Brother.
That's actually you in the picture.
Yeah, I'm fireman now.
So Doug is
Wrestling.
showing stickers. So people that aren't actually watching, Doug, you need to explain it because it's dead.
I'm
air.
going to... I have stickers from the burn box. I'm going to put this one on the back of my iPad that I use to score softball games.
Only about 60% of people actually watch us. There's a 40% of people that don't.
Well,
so they're like, what the hell's going on right now?
Well, those 40% need to be swayed into watch.
They need to go to
they
the
want to
YouTubes.
They want to see your beautiful face. Yeah.
Not me.
All right, so that's the burn box. Get in there, $60, $120 to $150 worth of stuff. It's great. So let's do a quick promo for Tom and the burn box.
Brought to you by the Burn Box, the #1 firefighter subscription box. The Burn Box celebrates firefighter products and firefighter-owned and operated businesses. Start today and receive a monthly box of firefighter apparel, gear, and tools. Check them out at theburnbox.com.
All right, very cool. Let's go back to Patreon real quick. Exciting podcast release here for all of our Patreon engineer tier. So I will bring it up. We're going to share the screen and we are going to, and I got Big Daddy on there in all caps. Let's see if I can find him. He's somewhere
Big
on there.
Dad.
I hope he wins.
There he is. You see him right there?
Man, I hope he wins.
Yeah,
Big Daddy.
Big
Hey,
Daddy. All right.
Speaking, I just saw
So-
Crummy on there.
There's 35 of them. 35.
That's all Big
I
Daddy.
think I was supposed to
Ricky
take
Bird.
out Crummy. Or who won the last one? It was Benjamin Fry. Wasn't I supposed to take him out so he doesn't win twice in a row?
Yes.
What?
There
Oh,
he
it's
is.
right here.
There he is.
Yeah, I'm going
Top
to take
there.
him out. Yeah. Okay.
Right on Arnold.
Little shuffle. Okay, shuffled up, and we're going to go. Here we go.
Come on, Big Daddy. Come on, Big Daddy. Yeah, goddamn, I wanted them.
Somebody named Jeffrey Epstein.
Joey. Joey. All right. Close it up.
He
Hey,
lives in
but-
the great Commonwealth of Virginia.
Joey, this one will come on time because I am not shipping it.
So Joey is, and
You won
speaking of
2
that,
months. 2 months ago.
It
so
was when we did
speaking
the
of that, this
Thin Red
Patreon
Line radio
perks for
station.
July is going to be sent to you by LS5, Little Station 5, Little Firefighter Quinn and Travis and Rebecca, and they sent me a picture of what they're putting in there. It's about $120 worth of retail stuff from Little Station 5. It's really cool stuff, dude. It's like everything they have. It's t-shirts and challenge coins,
Patches.
patches, a whole bunch of great stuff from Little Station 5. So that's for you, Joey. And if you could share us some pictures of that, and we'll throw it up on the old social medias. And go from there. So very good. So that is the Patreon perks for July. So look out for August. Get everybody in on it. We do have merch. I don't have any merch on. Does anybody? Nobody has merch. Yes. There you go. You two have shirts on. Why not? Very good. Go to thecoolfireman.com and get yourself some merch. All good. It supports the podcast. T-shirts, hats, mugs, the whole good deal. And then moment of silence. So this is going to be a little bit longer one today. I have a special moment of silence that we have missed over the last at least one, possibly two. Everybody's heard us talk about Kenny Mitchell from Operation Yellow Tape, one of our good friends of the podcast and just good friends in general. And we talked to him all throughout the week. We talked about what we talked about on the podcast and all this kind of stuff. But so he married Candace, he said in 2019, and got to meet the most beautiful, awesome mother of Candace, which would be Dee Barber. And she's not a first responder, did not work in the first responder world, but here on the Cool Fireman podcast, we do moment of silence for anybody that's near and dear to our heart. And so Kenny asked us if we would honor Candace's mom. And I'm like, absolutely. All right.
Anything for Big Kenny.
Kenny nicknamed her Captain D. She ran a tight ship, he said. And she loved adventure. And I love that. Candace, her daughter, is a big listener of the Cool Fireman podcast. So we thank you, Candace, for your listenership and your support for the podcast. But I thought it was kind of cool. I read her obituary that Candace had wrote, and she loved adventures. She died at 66, the young age of 66 years old from pancreatic cancer. But got to do some, she was diagnosed. Oh gosh, I knew I was going to screw this up. So I was going to say something I didn't have the answer to. For 12 incredible years, Dee stared down pancreatic cancer with a level of grace, determination, and stubborn optimism. 12 years, guys.
That's a hell of a fight.
Right?
Yeah.
And in those years, went to Washington, D.C., where she stayed where the presidents used to party because she's a party girl. Dollywood, where she finally locked eyes with the legendary Dolly Parton. She did all these kind of great, awesome things. She went to Las Vegas, where she was permanently, delightfully lost in a maze of casino slot machines. She did a bunch of great stuff before she passed away. But she did end up losing her battle to pancreatic cancer on June 10th. And we want to honor Captain D. Dee, Barbara, and we want to say to you, Candace, we're sorry, and we're going to dedicate this moment of silence to your mom, Dee. And again, thank you for your listenership and being a part of the Cool Fireman podcast community. Unfortunately, we have kind of a long moment of silence. We had 3 firefighters that died in the state of Utah. 3 firefighters were killed Saturday while battling 2 wildfires near Colorado-Utah border. They worked for the U.S. Wildland Fire Service. I want to say some reports said they were fire jumpers. So I'm assuming maybe they were smoke jumpers, but either way, they got overrun by fire. It's that time of year, folks. It's wildland season. We wish... Seriously, like we pray, and we all our thoughts and prayers are with all the wildland firefighters that are out there, fighting battles in California, Utah, Colorado. I mean, I think all of Utah is on fire right now, to be honest. But those 3 firefighters, and then 2 of them were injured. But the 3 firefighters that died were Emily Barker, 38, was from Michigan; Nick Hutcherson, 27, from Arizona; and Sydney Watson, 26, from Alabama. They were federal firefighters, and they got overrun by fire. In a fire, and that fire, that's Colorado and Utah. I can't remember the name of the fire. I don't think it's here. So I wanted to mention those 3 firefighters that passed away. And Dee, anybody else that you guys have that's near and dear to your heart?
Yeah, I picked up one on the wire from Mabank, Texas, and it was a Texas fire chief and a police officer whose wife was expecting their 3rd child, were hit by a car while directing traffic. This was Saturday night after the Mabank rodeo when he was struck by a car, and so he was killed in the line of duty.
Okay. So we're going to honor all, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those individuals on this moment of silence here. Okay. Well said. All right,
Speaking
folks.
of the wildfires, I saw on social media, states away from California, they're sending people into Los Angeles for staging because y'all be supposed to be getting some storms. That was like earlier this week.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. I know there's some hurricanes that are starting down in Mexico, so I don't know if maybe that's what's coming our way.
They're saying there's a lot of dry lightning.
It's funny.
Coming, and they're already starting to deploy into Los Angeles.
So you're seeing news that are coming from my type of the area, and then I've got national news from my area talking about your guys' area, saying there's 110-degree weather or something, like some crazy heat wave.
It's going to be dumb hot this weekend.
It's quite moist.
I just want to throw this out.
Did you see France complaining about what we're doing for global warming, causing them to be 105 degrees or whatever?
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
I can't tell with my AC running.
I can't hear it on my AC, but I saw a lot of comments that said, you should really thank us for being able to speak French and not German. So there's that.
Facts. I want to go back real quick to facts aren't fair to Kenny's mother-in-law. He shared a photo in the group chat, and I love the shirt that she wore. And I'm pretty sure it was at a chemo treatment, and she always wore the shirt "Never Quit." And I think I was going to interject, but you were very eloquently speaking about her.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. What you said was beautiful and perfect, and I'm sure her daughter will appreciate it. But I just love that picture that he shared with her. I don't know this lady, this woman, I should say. But I just loved her passion, and the way that she carried herself. And I don't even know her. But to walk into chemo with a shirt that said "Never Quit," and if I remember Kenny's story in his audio message, when he said that he went in there, almost every single person was wearing a shirt that said "Never Quit," and that was the type of person she was. That they literally changed. That she helped change the mindset of everyone in there getting chemo treatments. So Kenny, I know you get frustrated with us, and you may not think we always listen to your audio messages, but I promise you we do, and we hear it, and we love every second of that message that you send us.
Yeah. Kenny said that she would come by the Firehouse. He worked about 5 miles, he said, from where she lived, and so he wouldn't respond to her house, but she'd always stop by and hang out and say hi and bring stuff to the Firehouse. So very cool. All right, folks, get to the topic of discussion. We got a question from Squawk talking about off-duty hobbies and free time activities. First, I said last week, we kind of like teased that we were going to talk about this week. And my first and foremost thing that I want to say is have a hobby, like have something that you have. We've talked on here a billion hours of mental health, and it's like all part of just being intentional about helping yourself, whether that's working out of the gym or it's playing pickleball or tennis or soccer or whatever it is. Like, it could be anything, something that, you're intentional about helping yourself in some mental health arena, if you will. So I'll say that to start with. So it's interesting. So one of the parts that he said, guys, was, are there any certain hobbies? This is kind of where I want to start. Are there any certain hobbies that are unacceptable?
Yes.
And I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, like, besides being a stripper, you know what I mean? Like, what comes to your mind?
Cocaine, strippers, and heavy drinking.
Alcoholism.
There are bad hobbies to have.
Yes.
Light drinking is okay. Light drinking and social drinking is okay. Heavy drinking, falling in love with a stripper, and cocaine.
I've been sitting here debating on if I'm going to get a drink or not.
Come on, Cletus. All right. So, Doug, was that kind of what you were thinking? You were going along the lines of like the alcohol?
Yeah, it's just the unhealthy stuff. I mean, those are the drinking and anything.
Tobacco use, too.
Tobacco use, anything other than marijuana, if your department allows that, any hard drugs. I mean, there's a lot of unhealthy things that you can do.
I think that it's anything that would make it a priority over your family.
Yeah.
There are ones
gambling.
There's ones that can very quickly interject and become a priority over your family. So you're already in a profession, right, that takes you away from your family. We spent a lot of episodes here recently talking about that. And there are hobbies that can all of a sudden very quickly take the place of that. And when I say take the place of, meaning that becomes a quantity and a quality fill, and that can be very dangerous. And we kind of talked about it last week about the balance, right? Finding those balances. And so it's important to make sure that you find the balance of different things. My wife this week, she is away with her girlfriends in the mountains, and they are doing fun things. She was on a pedal cart on the railroad, and they call it the Mountain Mamas group, right? And we go to FDIC together as a guys group, and we laugh and we hang out, we have a good time. But there is a balance of prioritization of family first. So whatever that hobby is, it better not take precedence over what matters most of your family first. That's what I would say, in addition to those other things that Adam said.
How old is he?
We don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what I would say to not like a rebuttal, Brian, but I mean, I play in a men's league softball tournament on Thursday nights, with my buddies. So that takes time away from my family, and I don't put my kids to sleep that night because I got a game at 7 or 8 o'clock at night, So there's those things,
But don't you think that your family can come and support you on those things?
They can.
And you're not doing it every night.
Sure.
I'm not doing it every night.
100%.
See.
One thing that we talked about with when the Dear Chiefs podcast was around and Audra and Chelsea were doing their podcast, and I know they're kind of doing their separate things now, but one thing that we talked about, or at least I brought up, was it's just different working a 24 or 48-hour shift. And all of you, so the buddies that I work with all work whatever, corporate, right? They do taxes, or my buddy works for FedEx in the security division and all this kind of stuff, right? They work 9 to 5 stuff. And so they're gone during the day, but they're home every night with their wives. So then they're like, the night that they're like, hey, let's go out to the bar and get a drink, or hey, let's go play softball. I've already been gone for 2-3 nights of that week, and then I'm asking my wife, can I have another night off? It's just different, and so sometimes I have to say no because of that. And
you should,
and I should. And there's some guys that don't, right? And it creates a strife. They'll go golf, all day, and they'll leave at 9 in the morning, and they're not home till 9 at night. You know what I mean? It's like a 12-hour golf is, it's the golf and then the 19th hole afterwards. And so you just, dude, it always comes down to balance. Like you got to have the correct amount of balance. And when you marry your spouse, whether you're a man or a woman, there's thresholds. There's no one line that you can paint that says this is the threshold. There's just some people have different relationships. Like I have a buddy, his wife is a nurse, and he works as a CPA. He's like a financial advisor, and he can go out whenever he wants. His wife's just like, whatever, just go, just go. Like serious. She loves her alone time. She takes care of her kid. Mm-hmm. Her kids are older now, 13 and like 20. But, and so she's just like, go. Whereas like my wife's like kind of midway from that. Like she doesn't say no all the time, but she also like wants me to be around, which is like totally acceptable. So there's that line, that you have to understand, when you're married to your spouse.
In our career field, we have to understand that, like you mentioned about being gone for 24, 48, sometimes 72 at a time. That is essentially a hobby, a time-consuming hobby, like you just mentioned. Because if you're gone for 2 days, 3 days there out of that week, and then you're off for 1 or 2, and then you're doing it again, that's one of your hobbies, basically, as far as time goes.
I would ask you. And I'm giving this as not as a marriage therapist, right?
Yeah.
But if you look at whatever that is, and I'm not saying that you don't want to do it, right? Like, or that you would want it more and more and more. But if you look at that, and like you said, if you and your wife don't want to spend that much time together, and I'm not saying you should want to be around each other all the time.
Sure.
But if you're wanting to spend more time with that, whatever that is, over your family, you need to reprioritize and work on your family life. There is something going on there that is a bigger root problem that is giving you a dopamine hit that's there that needs to be worked on at home. And I think that should be a wake-up call for the people that's listening. And honestly, again, I know we beat the mental health piece to death.
Can't beat it to death. We're just going to continue talking about it.
It is important because that may be the wake-up call that you need. I'm going to go back to Adam's line. The biggest fire you'll fight is the one behind your own front door. And that is the wake-up call that you probably need that says, whoa, wait a minute. If I'd rather go and, play, cards with my buddies than I would be at home, why? The old Toyota, ask why 5 times, and let's get to the root problem of why is it that I would rather be there than I would be at home.
Yeah.
Right? Because you won't get that time and those people there.
I just saw Adam's thing that said drugs are fun. That's what I was laughing at. Sorry.
Today.
I didn't see you laugh.
Today, Junior.
I just want to say before I throw it to Adam, because I want to hear Adam's opinion on this, because he wrote that, he wrote a book about this. I mean, balance with your spouse, balance with your family. But I just want to interject before I forget, because I got ADD brain. Don't be the guy that says, I've been at work for 72 hours, woman. I'm going to go out with my friends and I'm going to decompress. Like, that's not the right thing to say. I'm going to go do my hobby. I'm going to go play an indoor golf league. I'm going to go play a bowling league. I'm going to go play soccer league, a softball league tomorrow night, because I did 72 hours in a row and I deserve it. You're going to lose, dude. I think, in my opinion, that's just me. I just think that's the wrong thing. What do you guys think?
I agree.
Yeah.
I think that's selfish.
It is. It's
There's guys.
absolutely
There's
selfish.
got to be guys out there that do that, though.
Oh,
I mean,
100%.
right?
Well, they think they deserve it.
They're probably in their third marriage.
Right. Exactly, dude.
Well, and again, they're prioritizing themselves over the other ones in the family. And they need to see that power of perspective that we talked about in the last episode and say, what did my wife just go through at home for those 72 hours?
Yeah.
Right? And she didn't fight that fight, like I didn't fight that fight. We just talked about the cool things that we get to do at that fire station during that 72 hours.
Yeah.
We sat around, well, not actually the whole time, right? But we got to enjoy the brotherhood at that house, right? Whereas for her, she might have been fighting with kids, trying to get laundry done, all these things, right? My wife is gone this week and I'm manning it. And that's with a 15 and an 18-year-old, but they still come out and go, hey, Dad, when's dinner going to be ready? I'm like, dude, you're 15. Right?
Figure it out, bro.
Right? Yeah. They're like, Dad, what are you gonna, how much longer? So that part doesn't get any easier. And so it makes you really appreciate it. Right? I was showing somebody the stat of the clip that we did about, do our families have it harder than we do? And the amount that the comments were small, but the shares. And I have to wonder. So here's my call to action. How many people shared that with their spouse and said thank you? I had to wonder that today, and I hope that they did. I really hope that they did. They just said, hey, thank you for keeping it together when I'm not home, with the comments that we made. I really hope that they did. If they didn't have the courage to say it in person, I'll be fully transparent. After we recorded that episode, I went out in the living room and I told my wife thank you, because that was graduation week, And so it makes you reflect on those things. And I would hope, getting back to the root question about the hobbies, and what happens is I hope we don't get ourselves blinded, right, with those things. But to that point, sometimes that balance is needed. I can remember going through my degree program, working 60 hours a week, coming down here to write my final project paper, reading the date wrong. I read the date wrong, and I had been working on it. I went and submitted it a day late, went to go submit it, and it found out I was rejected. Now, I've told y'all this. My therapy is riding the mower. I had mowed 2 days earlier, and when I had submitted that and it told me that, to keep from blowing up on everybody, I said, I'm going to cut the grass. She said, you just mowed 2 days ago. I said, no. This isn't about the grass. This is about me just getting on that mower and fighting with myself, right? Because I had to own the fact that I missed the date, right? But I didn't want to blow up on the family. So that hobby of just getting on the mower was what I needed to mentally detach from the situation for it. And luckily my wife was like, okay, just go, right? And my family was in town on top of that. My family had just showed up. Everybody just showed up. And it was like, oh, you're going to leave me with your side of the family here to entertain? Yes, I am. Because if not, I'm gonna blow up in front of everybody. And we don't want to see that.
I cut my grass for 2 hours today.
And it felt good, didn't it?
I love cutting grass.
I do too. There's something about it.
Adam?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. What do you got, Adam? Oh, you're on mute. You're muting yourself. He's got a fan on.
What?
Trying to...
What's up?
What's your opinion on this? I mean, you talk
like
about
having a good hobby. What hobby to get?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, either that or
naturally,
just
if
having
you're
a
a
hobby.
Caucasian man, when you get over 30, usually in the late 30s, you're going to pick up World War II documentaries, barbecuing, and lawn work. That's what you're naturally going to pick up. You can't fight it. It just happens.
Okay, so that's the conservative side. What about the liberal side? What do they pick up? Or you
Painting their
wouldn't know.
toenails.
I wouldn't know. I don't know what they do.
All right. All right. That's
What
all
does
you're
your
gonna
state do?
give us. That's
Adam,
funny.
you picked up.
Tax the crap out of your friends and give the money to your other friends?
Yeah.
Adam, you picked up the smoking meat, right? And the cooking and
Yes.
yep.
Yep.
Why is that therapeutic to you?
Because most of the time I'm the one out there in the heat or the cold, and nobody wants to bother me. And that's kind of nice. A little peace and quiet. And we're about to add on a nice patio out by my garage. So it's going to be a nice 20 by 20 deck. We're going to put a 12 by 20 pergola thingamajobber on it. And the next month, it's going to be fantastic. I'm going to have a
Thingamajobber.
cookout.
What do you find? Like for me, I'm able to kind of self-process on my lawnmower, right? And I don't know what I'll let Doug chime in on that.
It's all about being alone.
Right.
That's what it comes down to. I mean, serious about it. At my firehouse, it's only me and one other guy. We have these hotel rooms to ourselves, basically, and I absolutely love being left alone. Nobody bothers me. Every once in a while, somebody comes in and says hi or does this. I mean, I go out and see everybody, but my door is open. Somebody comes in. I absolutely love being alone, left alone. You do what you want to do when you want to do. That's what you do on the lawnmower. If I want to turn left right now, I can. Do I want to do an angle pattern or just keep doing, squares? You're all by yourself. Same thing with cooking. You're all by yourself. Nobody wants to mess with the person that's cooking their food. Because I just put the chicken breast down. It's not fatty. If I sit here in 40 minutes, it might be done. But I walk away in 3 minutes, it's ashes. So they know they cannot distract you. And they're like, hey, can you go get you? You just point down the grill. And they're like, okay, yeah, you're cooking. I'll leave you alone.
Oh man.
You just get to,
It's a pass.
You're in your own little world. People leave you alone for the most part, and you get to do what you want to do.
Do you find that the cooking, when you do want to be around people, is conversational? Like you were with the Hook and Ladder crew this past weekend, right?
It wasn't this past week. That's some old photos, but yes.
Okay. But like for
I
that
love
point,
hanging out with them. Yes.
conversational, right? There's a connection there.
Yeah. And it was even nice. When we did that big cook, it was for a big Bible study group, and that he's friends with. And he was really busy, and I was just helping out. There was some media stuff. It was just us. And people came up and talked to us here and there, but they left us alone because we were cooking their food, and they knew that alligator was, it was taking a lot of work to do, but it was nice. And it was just me and him hanging out, and people left us alone, and we chit chatted about cooking.
I don't remember.
Like-minded people.
I don't remember how long ago you and I met now online. Probably 5 years now?
Yeah, it's been about 5 years since we met each other on Grindr.
Easy. That is not true for the internet. But I would say we've talked about food a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
You came on the TikTok live, but the majority of our conversation, not food related.
No.
And I think that that's the beauty of that hobby, right? So what was this guy's name, Matt? What was his name?
Squawk.
Is the beauty of the hobbies, and especially ones that connect you with people. Squawk is it gives you the opportunity to connect and create friendships and bonds. That's really not even the hobby, which I think is really cool, right? Like, so to me, it provides you with an opportunity for accountability, right? I would say one of the best things that Adam and I have been able to do is accountability back and forth to each other. And when I say accountability, it's really just more about a sounding board, right? At least for me, anyways. I vent more to him probably than he does to me. Sometimes I'm just that pressure cooker that needs to vent, and he's allows that.
But we
for
always
me.
say like, "Hey, I'm going to vent real quick. Stand by." And we go in our vent, and we're like, "If I got something to say, we got something to say. We'll say it. If not, we go. Thanks for letting me vent. Bye.
All right, bye. It's usually in the morning.
Yeah.
Bye on the way to work. What about you, Matt? You guys go camping as a family and as a crew of firefighters. What's that
Yeah.
like? Is that? I mean, you guys don't talk work or nothing. I mean, I'm sure it comes up, but
Oh no, we talk work. I mean, firemen that get together, whether you're golfing or playing softball, you're going to talk work. Like, dude, there's just no way around it. Prove me wrong. I'll clip that and I'll put it on social media, and there can be a bunch of we don't talk work. Shut up. Yeah, you do.
no, I agree. You talk work if there's a commonality there, right? Like me and some local guys here, if we get together and we're friends, we're 100% talking work, 100%. And in fact, it annoys both of our wives, right? And it's like, can you talk about something else? And
What are you going
Not-
to talk about, Brian? I mean, it's you talk about kids, right? Because we talk
Right.
about kids. Like, so let's say because in 2 weeks, I'm getting together with 8 other families. We're bringing our trailers down to South San Diego, and we're gonna camp for 3 nights. We got a barbecue night and a taco night already planned for themes, and we got kids running around. We got more kids than you can even throw a stick at. It's a lot of kids, and so yeah, we'll talk about our kids. Oh yeah, what are your kids doing? Oh, they're playing baseball. They're doing gymnastics. Oh my god, same here. What kind of? But then once you get to that end of that conversation, it always every time you're drinking around the fire, and it's like, oh, remember that call? Remember this guy did this stupid thing, and then it just becomes like almost fire engine cab banter. You know, the
Right.
kind of shit that we talk about while we're driving down the street.
well, it's a
And-
glove and it feels good, right? It's a
Yeah,
worn
yeah.
glove. It just feels good.
Yeah, well, the guys will get together and we'll talk shit and talk about this, that, and the other, and then the wives will be, because their wives haven't seen each other in a while, and they just talk about what they're doing and their jobs, and with the home, with the kids, and all this great stuff. But I mean, outside of that, it's amazing. We're in the pool, we're going to be jumping on the jumper, playing some basketball. We're all getting together. We do it every year. We've done it. I think this is our 5th or 6th year in a row that we've done it. It's really fun, really, really fun. So, yeah, I would. Going back to the original question, it's like I would absolutely have a hobby. And so the one thing I was going to bring up too, if you're doing a dangerous hobby, make sure that you have some sort of paycheck protection. All right. So whether it's like some sort of insurance company, most of the time it is, right? So it's some sort of like I have Cigna accident insurance. I have this other general, American General, I think it is. I pay like $30-$40 a month for paycheck protection. If I break a bone and I can't go to work, I break it off duty. Like, so the city's gonna be like, sorry, like I'm not paying you to not come to work. So I got to have some sort of paycheck protection. And I did that for myself because I was playing soccer, and that's a job or it's a hobby that I could really injure myself and be out for, almost 2 months. And it's like, what do you do then? I mean, I could probably get away with self-insuring because I have so much time right now. I have like 1,000 hours of sick time I could burn, but that sucks. Like, I don't want to do that either, So I'd rather pay the $30-$40, insure my body, insure my check, make sure that I have a paycheck coming in for my kids and put some bread on the table and all that good stuff. So that's one thing I wanted to say with that question, Squawk, is if you're going to do something like snowboarding or something you can really hurt yourself at, I would really, really, really think about going out and protecting your paycheck with some sort of insurance.
I have a lot of accident insurance and stuff like that too. My neighbor was over here one day when I was up on he was helping me put trusses on the barn, and I'm just, bouncing around between trusses 12, 15 feet up in the air. And he's like, Doug, you take a lot of risk to have a risky job. I said, I got good insurance. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But it's easy for me to get hurt. Easy.
Right. Yeah. I mean, so many different ways. You know what I mean? Like, we don't sit here and talk about it, but that's one piece of advice I would give you, Squawk, new in your career. Whatever type of pension that you get or 401k you get, put as much money as you can, and also secure your paycheck if you're going to do some sort of hobby. Shit, dude, you're out hunting, right? And you get shot. Like, who knows? Like, who knows what the fuck had happened? Who knows? Sorry, Rhett. So I have a question. What do you guys think of this? Do firefighters have enough of a life outside the firehouse to have hobbies?
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. You have to make it a priority to have a hobby.
Okay.
Because
I
again,
agree.
it comes back to the mental health piece. You got to have something.
It's funny you said mental health. Because I take these little Callaway Chrome Soft X's and beat them around the golf course, and it's usually not good for my mental health, but it is a hobby of mine. I play off of about a 12 handicap, and I do softball. I mean, obviously, I have a lot of stuff I do around the house here. Anybody who's listened for a while knows about everything I got going on here. But my one of my biggest stress relievers for me, and one of my hobbies to unwind, is just come home and get on a tractor and do something.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's regrading what I graded last week, whatever. While I'm still waiting for grass to come in, I have to do a lot of regrading, because while I'm still waiting for grass to come in, anytime it rains, the way my property slopes, I get grooves and crevices and drainage issues. So I that's peaceful to me. I put my AirPods in, I'm on a tractor, and it's just like the same thing for you in the lawnmower. I mean, it's peace.
All right. I think there's definitely plenty of time. I mean, you work 24, you get 24 off, and depending on how old your kids are, if you have a family, as a new fireman, I didn't even have one child yet. Although I was married. So, I had my responsibility to my spouse, but other than that, I was surfing every day. Like, seriously, I'd come home and I would go surfing. I would go surfing for a few hours, and then I'd go to this place called Bull Taco, and I'd get the most amazing California burrito. They put tater tots in it. It is the most amazing thing ever, dude. I don't do that anymore.
I do want to go back to the thing I said about separating your family, and if you can find a hobby that brings your family together,
sure,
that would be ideal. I don't know how old Squawk is or whatever, and I understand that there's an opportunity
new
to have
firefighter because he's just starting, so maybe young.
Well,
He's pretty young,
I mean,
probably.
This
no
one
doubt.
here, this one
yeah.
here was a big hobby for my family, Disney.
Yeah, Disney. Ours is baseball. We were doing that Journey to 30, Preston and I, and it was pretty cool. Like, recently, we were sitting down talking about a trip, and props to Preston. He looked at me and said, my wife was like, well, your dad with his work schedule just may not be able to go on that one. And he looked at his mom, soon to be 19, and he was like, well, Dad can't go, then we're not going because this is our thing. And I was like, oh. Okay. I was like, because normally I would kind of be like, Preston, don't talk to your mom that way. But it was like, it kind of got me in there. But I mean, it is one of those things where that's what we've created over time, to where it's like, this is a priority. And when you set that tone, your family will recognize it, and they will understand the priority that it comes, and that it is quality over quantity. And so, I think that there's value in that. Some people, it's fishing, right? They love to go fishing. Maybe it's kayaking, it's going to the beach, it's camping, whatever. Yeah. And so when you prioritize that as a family, when you look at the wife and say, hey, I'm going to go play golf and we're going to go out after the guys, all of a sudden it's not a big of an issue. Right? Because you've prioritized so many times work and them, and that occasional you is not as big of a deal.
Sure.
So sometimes this leads to heavy drinking also.
I'm
holding up the golf ball for the 40% who don't watch.
Thank you, Doug. Doug, what is a hobby you wish you had? Is there one
that I wish I had?
I'll let you think about that. Mine,
I wish I had more time to hunt and fish. That's all I wanted to do growing up. I spent so much time outside as a teenager and a young man, because obviously it was bred into me by my father. But as a young man and a teenager and a young adult before I got married and had kids and all that, I hunted and fished year round, and I just don't have the time for it anymore, and it sucks. But empty nesting pretty soon. My daughter will be 18 in next week, so I mean maybe I'll try to get back into that as best I can, but I wish I had more time for that.
Nice. That's a good one. I mean, I share that with you. Really, I love that stuff. We're actually going.
I just so many amazing memories of my dad. It's and our family, like our whole family, like we spent every weekend together hunting, and it was great.
We're going deep sea fishing Thursday. Owen and I, my son, we're gonna leave here about 2:30 in the morning and meet up at 4:00 and take off and fish for 12 hours. It's gonna be awesome.
Hell yeah!
That sounds fantastic. Not really.
Yeah. One thing I wish that I could have. I want to be a pilot. Like I would love to fly a plane.
Yeah, I'd love to be a helicopter pilot.
Dude, how rad would that be? I mean, it's like I want to go to Vegas. You know, it's a 3.5, 4 hour drive for me. Like, just take off, land at the Vegas airport or whatever shit, and rent a car, and bam, you're there. You know, in an hour. Like, I don't know, that'd be cool. And just the act of it, it's like super rad.
Yeah,
you know, like niner coming in 4, 5, 6 niner.
My in-laws were aviators.
Yeah.
Grandpa, wife's granddad was a military pilot. Of course, most of them did back then. Got out commercial, flew for 30 years or whatever. Worked for Northwestern, I think it was, before Delta took them over years ago. I think it was Northwestern. Yeah. Anyway, and he ended up buying a plane. He bought a little Piper Cub, and his son got his pilot's license. So they do exactly that. They, the 3-4 hour trips, 5 hour trips, they just fly. It was great.
Unkie, anything come to your mind? Something that you would that you wish you had?
I go back to whitewater rafting, guiding, buddy. Yeah. I love going to the New River, West Virginia. It's one of the rivers that flow north. So it's not a nice cold 36 degrees like the Cherokee River that I did guide at. It's a lot warmer, which a lot warmer is 55, but it's it's a big difference.
Right.
That's what I wish I did. When I was trying to come into the federal service, we had a base out there, Sugar Grove. It was a big hideout. The train goes right into the mountain from DC, and we closed that. We no longer occupy it, but I was trying to get in there. If I was, oh man, every day I was gonna be off. I'll be guiding. Love being on the water, man.
That's a good one. That's really good. Brian, you have anything that comes to your mind?
I would love to have grown up more athletic. It was just not my thing. My brother was
I wish
athletic.
I was more prettier.
But seriously, like he grew up and he was the athlete of the family, and me not so much. That was not my thing. I didn't play sports. I mean, you have to know my family story. So mom and dad divorced in 3rd grade. We didn't do rec sports. It was not there. So there was no outlet for me to learn to pick up those kind of things. And I didn't have the patience for my older brother. And so like I didn't learn those traits. And so when my kids were coming up, it was like my kids were teaching me how to throw the baseball and things like that. And I know that seems sad to say, but that's the reality of it, right? I was like, yeah, exactly. They're like, Dad, you're doing it wrong. But I told my son that on that Journey to 30 tour was he goes for the sport. I go for the moment. And it is something that I wish I had more opportunity to be able to connect, but at the same time, it is so invaluable as a family to have it bring you together.
Nice. All right, one last question, then we're going to go to Snail Mail. So would you rather is the question. Would you rather have 1 expensive hobby or 5 cheap hobbies?
I'm going 5 cheap.
Depends on the one expensive one.
Well, you can only choose one. So, I mean, what's an expensive hobby? Like to
running a seasoning company?
Golf.
Grilling. Go buy 12 grills.
Golf can be very expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Every hobby can be expensive. I used to do a fair amount of backpacking, and the more advanced that stuff got, the more lightweight stuff got, the more expensive it got. So, I mean, I got to my last backpacking trip. I went into I got on the trail fully decked out for a week-long trip. I was 18 pounds minus water, which was amazing, but that shit wasn't cheap.
No, even like pickleball, like the paddles are like, can be $20, but you can buy a $90 one. Yeah. The same thing, it just looks cool.
Hey, look,
it's not the same thing, okay?
I've got a tangent, but I'm gonna answer your question first. It's 5 small ones for me. We have one of my buddies at work is a phenomenal pickleball player. Okay. Guy on A shift is working over on trade time on C shift, running his mouth about how good he is at pickleball. My guy says, okay, I got something for you. So they go out. He mollywops him. Oh, let's do it again. Do it again. All right. This fucker goes in the fire station, gets a metal dustpan, comes out and beats him with a metal dustpan.
Wow.
So I don't give a shit how expensive your paddle is.
I go back
This
to my
guy
comment.
used
I
a
wish I just
dust-
had athletic ability.
Bong, 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 and beat his ass.
All right.
How about you, Matt? What do you want? One expensive or five?
I think Doug's got 5 expensive hobbies.
I do. I
Yeah,
can
see,
count
there you go.
All
You got
5 of them are eating hay
baseball,
right
the
now.
horses,
Yeah.
the animals, the
All
dogs.
5 of them are eating out of the hay ring right now.
Ah,
Disney.
Girls galore in your house, as in
Yeah.
children, not as in the lovely ones that will use the night, as the ones that just cost money. Their gas, their clothes,
Yeah,
their
you're right.
makeup. Mm-hmm.
I already have 5. You're right.
He's got more than 5 expensive hobbies.
I would just say 5 inexpensive because I'm ADD. I just can't. I see one thing, boom, squirrel. I go there, but I want to play golf. I want to go fish. I want to, play softball. Like I can't just stick to one thing. That would be terrible. That put me in a box. That I don't wanna be in.
Squawk is new in the service, he'll meet these guys too. The guy that every year he has a brand new expensive hobby and he just forgets about the rest of them.
Yeah.
He used to have a bass boat and now he's big into camping. So he gets rid of the bass boat and he goes camping and then he gets rid of that and he takes up goddamn frisbee golf and
Takes up surfing, but he lives in Colorado.
you'll see those guys.
All right, very good, guys. Squawk, I hope we gave you a little insight. I know we kind of are all over the place, but we try to make it kind of fun and throw in some different kind of questions. And, there's really not really an inappropriate hobby besides the ones that might be detrimental to your health or your family. All right, so we're talking like inappropriate things that you would.
And if you find a hobby that, let's say, it makes a buck or two, just let it pay for itself at least.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
grilling content.
Yeah, don't be going for rich and famous. If you find a hobby that turns a buck, if it pays for itself, that's just fine.
Yeah, the Cool Fireman podcast. When's that going to turn a buck? It's not. Very good. No, one day. Anything else from you guys before we do snail mail?
No, send it.
All right, snail mail.
It's snail mail time.
All right, perfect. Nothing on Spotify. It's only been a few days since we recorded the last one because our last one was so late. But I did bring up some Instagram. We were talking about
some Grammys,
which I told people I don't read anymore, but I have to because I got to do snail mail.
Grams are a bad hobby. Stay away from grams.
I want to shout out Brian's sister.
Yes. And I was hoping you would.
Yeah. So we were talking about
Laura?
It was
What did
a
my
clip
sweet little
on
Laura say?
No, it's Lee.
Ooh,
it's Lee. She
My
said
devious Lee.
we were talking about what were we talking about?
We were talking
me out.
about the addiction to service.
Yes, thank you.
And it like being a dopamine hit and everything else.
Yeah.
She tagged me in that comment.
She said, listen to learn, communicate to connect, not for conflict. Even saying this out loud before a conversation hopefully disarms someone. That being said, if someone's nervous system is sick, they can only meet you as far as they can. Sometimes the best thing to say is, tell me more, right? Be curious, not judgmental. That's me, not her. Or maybe you're right. 2 things can be true. And that's what we talked about. We were talking about perspective, right? So sometimes people don't see things the way that you do or that we do on the podcast, but yet they'll interject their comment though, Adam, as this is what's right. Not, hey, I understand what you're saying, but what do you think about this? That's understanding somebody's opinion or perspective and then giving your own. Not, there's so many comments on social media that is, it's my way or the highway. They say that without saying it. Okay. It's like, what? Like, and then I just answer it like, who are you? Like, who are you to say that I'm wrong and you're right? Like, fuck you. Sorry.
You both could be right, and you gotta
100%.
listen if you want to grow as a person. I would rather be a well-rounded person than some a-hole with just one path.
Yeah. And I'll say one more thing. Lee says also this: humility is not thinking less of yourself. It is thinking of yourself less. Humility is thinking more of others. Humble people are so focused on serving others, they don't think of themselves. That's C.S. Lewis. She quoted. So thank you,
Protect the
Lee,
flame.
for interjecting those comments. That was really great. Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
So let me just chime in and say, she and I literally had a conversation. We recorded on Saturday. She and I hardly ever talk on the phone. She was recently in town for Preston's graduation, my oldest son, and I decided to call her and chat with her before I went to like an 8 a.m. meeting for breakfast. And I was like, look, I only got 10 minutes, blah, 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 blah. And we were just talking about how like, hey, like, take care of yourself. Like we're always so busy like that sometimes we forget to take care of ourselves. And so it was funny because when we talked about last week's episode, it was kind of a little precursor and almost a dry run for me on a lot of the things that we were going to talk about. And so that's why she was like, didn't we just talk about this? And because it was literally what we chatted about that afternoon.
Yeah. One quick shout out to Audra. Go follow. Let me bring it up. I wasn't going to say that, and then I did, and then now
Carry on, family.
Carry on, Fire Family. So that's Audra. She used to be a part of the Dear Chiefs podcast. She's
Dear
great.
Chief.
That's my friend.
She's the fire wife. She said,
Yes.
you guys are killing it on these conversations.
She's
And
so
that's
sweet.
just backing up the fact that our social medias have been doing really well with these question type comments and stuff. So one last thing I wanted to bring up.
When we're talking about Audra, I just want to say what she does is really, she gives a perspective from the firefighter spouse side of it. So if you're, for some reason, you're just the spouse listening to us, please follow her. But if you are the firefighter, kind of find that page, follow it, and share it with your spouse. And she's just fantastic, bud.
I love it. Yeah, let her know that we
Love
sent
her.
you.
I love her stuff.
Very good. Thanks, Adam. We also talked about smiling in front of a structure fire after it's all burnt to crisp and posting it online. We got a lot of comments on that. But one I wanted to say was, this is a great conversation from the DBC. So I'm assuming he's some chief. I think posing for a photo versus having a photo taken of you working are two different conversations. And you saw that one, Brian. And I think that he's right. That is two different conversations. And that kind of brings me back to what I brought up last week on the podcast was when I said, well, there's guys with meta glasses and they're filming everything they're doing of a house on fire. And it's more like procedural stuff. You're pulling the hose, you're putting water on the fire. It's not you and your buddies going, yeah, dude, we just put that fucking fire out. Totally different things. And I didn't even really think about it like that. And so I really loved that perspective. I said I don't read these things, but I did say that some of them squeak by. So what do you got, Adam?
All right. I think I brought it up during the other podcast we did the other night during our break as the camera broke. My buddy, he's a subject of cyberbullying because Ding Dong in the back seat decided to go live, and they made fun of him, the driver. He's a big boy. He don't care.
Yeah.
But the guys in the backwards, guess what? They didn't have their seatbelts on. The investigation is started with that, and along with the social media use while responding to a call.
Whoops.
So you also got to remember when you take those photos, everything in the background counts.
I love it.
Be it somebody's house, you're better off putting the truck there. If you want to take a group photo and stuff like that. So like everything counts back there. And sorry, I come from a department where you do a big drill, everybody gets together, where you take pictures of your drill. My old fire chief used to go there. He's not wearing the gloves. He's not wearing the right this.
Right.
That's all he would care about.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why I just want to pass that on there. Just be aware of your backgrounds when you take those photos.
Yeah. So I do have one example of somebody not giving a shit about our perspective, and this is what they write. His name is Nick Saden. I'll go ahead and say that. His comment is, "This isn't a conversation." Okay. Taking photos on scene of citizens' worst days, in quotations, is unprofessional and makes you an a-hole. You want crew photos? Take them at the station. So he doesn't give a shit about anybody else's perspective except for himself. So wonderful. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nick.
I mean,
Thanks,
but
Nick. Way to go.
Hey, I'll defend him, as in, he makes a good point. Take it back at the station.
No, sure. But he says this isn't a conversation. Okay. We're on a fucking podcast, dude. We're having a discussion, so it is a conversation.
He's fun at parties.
He's super fun. I mean, he's the guy that everybody wants to talk to. Anyway, whatever. I'm sure he's a great guy. Or girl. I don't know. I didn't
Probably
ask.
a volunteer.
He looked like a boy. All right. Anyways, anything else, boys? That was great. I appreciate the comment, the question.
Lovely.
Dude, so rad. Thank you, Squawk. Again, for anybody else, call to action, let us know. If you got a topic that you want us to talk about, we're going to throw it up here and we're going to have a little discussion, a little convo about it. So appreciate you guys. Last plug for the Patreon. One way that you can support the podcast, we've got about 1,000 listeners that listen to us every month, and that'd be super rad if you guys could go on. If you like the podcast, you can support us $2 a month. It's like $2.07 with tax and everything. So we'd really appreciate
And it comes
that.
back to you. And it comes back to you
tenfold. Yeah, you get a bunch of great behind the scenes. We recorded behind the scenes. That was pretty good. So we'll be posting that on Patreon here in the next couple of days. So anyways, cool. Good deal. Anything else, boys? If not, somebody roll us out.
I did it last week. Adam, go.
Roll it, Gigi.
Roll it, Gigi.
Before you leave, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and give these firemen a huge thumbs up. Also, make sure you check out thecoolfireman.com for more. Thanks!